I'm going to show you a couple of techniques. One technique is the rip and twist. I'm going to take my comb, part out a little section of hair. I already know what size my client's locks are. So I'm going to do the rip and twist on this one. The rip and twist is just simply twisting and ripping forward to create a knot. Again, you can start off with double strands and then just rip, pull out, rip, straighten, twist, pull out, smooth, twist, rip, pull out, twist, straighten. See how the hair is bunching up? It's almost like a back comb or a French lace. Rip, smooth, rip, twist, smooth. As the hair gets thinner, as you go out, because the hair is designed to look really natural and thinned or thinned out at the ends, you're going to still keep ripping and twisting. And I'll show you a technique at the end, how you can get all that hair together. That's one technique. I'm also going to show you a braid technique that you can also use. And that technique is a little quicker because you can just braid, take the hair, the straight hair, braid it, and then interweave natural or kinky hair or coily hair within. Still smooth, twist and rip. This is the rip and twist method. This is used for straight hair, permed hair, wavy hair. It's just a quicker way to get your locks started. Even if you get perms, there was a while when you couldn't get locks when you had a perm, but now there are a lot of different techniques that you can use. Rip and twist, keep ripping and twisting until you get down to hair that can't be twisted anymore. Then you take the hair at the ends and then you push forward. Push the hair forward. Push the hair forward. This hair that can't be twisted, you just take it and slowly push it forward to get the hair all bundled. See the bundle? And then you just... So this is a lock. This is how you start a lock on straight hair. Again, you take it, push the hair down when you can't twist it anymore, and there you have, and then you roll it. That's stage one. Okay? Start another one. I'm gonna eye mine because I know what size my client's locks are. So kind of eye it. Again, and use a rip and twist method, which you can start by double stranding, twist out to the end. When you get to the end, you just rip it, twist again, get to the end, rip it, smooth it out, twist again, and rip it, and just follow those steps over and over again. Just keep following those steps. It's a little tedious, but it's a way to get the straight hair to lock much quicker than most other methods. Rip and twist, keep twisting, keep ripping all the way out. Okay, again, when you get out far enough where the hair can't be twisted again with your technique, smooth, you're just going to take the hair and just going to kind of push the hair forward until you have no more hair. You might have to do it a couple more times. Take it and palm roll it a little bit. There you have it. Again, these ends. And we're going to finish these up when I show you how to add the kinky hair to here. Okay, that's number 2. Let's do another one. So I'm doing a bricklayer method, which this method is not like parts all over. I prefer the bricklayer method, and that's the method that I do because heads are uneven, and doing all the lines are just really, I don't recommend them, but some people, they like it, like to have nice clean lines. My lines are just kind of random, like bricklayer, like you lay bricks on a building. Okay, number 3. Again, I know how much hair that I want for her locks. Again, this piece is custom colored, and I'm going to make it to fit her hair. You can buy these pieces, but it may not look exactly like your client's hair, especially if they're suffering from hair loss. So you want this is a way you can custom a piece if you desire. Rip and twist and smooth. Rip, smooth. And just follow this technique over and over again till you get what you need. And I'm going to show you how I apply kinky hair. Again, you're going to take it, twist it, go to the end as far as you can go. Then you're going to take it and pull the hair to rip it. Then you're going to smooth. You're going to follow that again out to the ends and rip, smooth, follow it again until you have no more hair. Hear that noise in the background? This is my little mannequin, like a styrofoam. So it's making some wibble wobble noise. Smooth. Rip and twist. Rip and twist. Rip and twist. And rip it. Like I said, you can do rip and twist on any hair really, but it's really a nice quick shortcut when you have straight hair, permed hair, wavy hair. It doesn't matter what nationality. It can be Asian hair, Caucasian hair, it can be African American hair, Latin hair. It doesn't matter. So when you get to the end again, you're going to take the hair and you're going to push it down tight. Hold it tight, push it down till you have your little kinky spot. Push it down, push it down, push it down. Then you do a palm roll. Okay, that's the rip and twist. Another technique that you might want to employ is, like I said, is a braid. I know how much hair she needs, so I'm just measuring out by what I know about how big I want the lock to be. But what you can do is you can do a couple of samples, get a sample lock, and go from there. So this one is going to be a braid. I'm just going to take it. I'm just going to braid the hair. Doesn't have to be a tight braid. I just want to have the locked hair hanging on to something. Doesn't have to be a neat braid because all this hair is going to be covered up. Hair is super soft, so it's really kind of hard to get going. Again, it doesn't have to be a neat braid like you're gonna go out and have a good look. You just want to have a place so that the locked hair can really hang on to. And at the end of the braid, I'll just put like a little knot or so. Again, it doesn't have to be neat. It just have to be a place where that the lock can hang on to. Okay, and at the end, you can mush that down as well. Just have a little more texture so that when you put the lock on, when you start adding the hair, because all of this hair is going to be covered. And you can palm roll. And so you see the texture. Again, take the hair. Palm roll. Take another bunch out. Now they might not all be the same because this hair is different. It's designed hair in different places. Here we'll do another rip and twist. Everybody probably knows how to braid. So we'll just start with a double strand, go out far, and then just rip it, smooth it, twist it. Rip it. See how it creates a texture? Sure, people know about this technique, but I'm trying to add this technique to a lot of different things I do so that I can spend less money. I already had a hair piece. It was colored. Added some color highlights on it to make it match my client's hair so that I wouldn't have to buy a whole piece. Also, it's custom. So custom, it's going to match her hair, the color, and it's going to match the texture without a lot of guessing. Rip and twist. Rip it, smooth it, twist it. So it's double strand or twist it, go out to the ends, come back, rip it, smooth it, twist it. It's called the rip and twist, ladies and gentlemen. Rip it and twist it, smooth it, rip and twist, twist, go out to the ends, go out to the ends. So I'm not sure if you see when I say go out to the ends, I'm going out here. So when I twist it, I go out to the end as far as I can go, and I'll come back and I'll rip it, and that pushes the hair down. So try to get as far out to the end as you can. So it's creating texture. So I'm going to, again, go out to the end, create texture, rip it, go out to the end, go out to the end. So we're going to come back. I'm going to do more rip and twist. I'm going to come back when the hair is totally complete and check in. If you're having challenges with your locks and you don't know what to do, write us a comment. We've been doing locks for quite a long time, and we might have a remedy for it, and or we might make a video about it. Give us a comment. Please subscribe. Thank you. As you get into like the body of the hair, I did a few locks. So as you get into the body of the hair, you're going to take the comb and you're going to use half moons. Because this hair has already been manufactured, You just want to make it look as natural as possible. So a half moon is I just take the comb and I just do in a half circular motion and come out and retrieve some more hair or grab a little bit more hair. So it's going to be more like a natural look. It's not going to be lined and parted. So this is just hair that's laying there, just like a natural progression, how hair really grows. So we'll be ripping and twisting. First one, rip down to the scalp. Be a little tighter to be a little closer. Get a little closer. Come out to the end as far as you can. Rip. Over here a little bit. Rip. Smooth. Here is a little long and I might be out of shot, but I'm doing the same thing all the way through, smoothing out. And don't worry about the way it looks because it's all going to be uniform. When it's complete, it will be the same look. Got a couple of magic tricks to make the hair look like locks. Smooth it out again. Not sure how long this hair is, but it doesn't matter how long it is. You can do it on any length of hair, any texture, including coarse hair. If it's longer, it would probably be easier to do than shorter. Creating texture so that when I put the artificial kinky hair on top, it could grab it. Again, using like a half circle. Again, the hair has been manufactured. Take this hair, move it to the side. Start off with a double strand if you like to get you going. And a double strand twist is simply you're doing two separate hairs at a time. And then you lay flat and just keep twisting, go out to the ends, and then rip it. I'm showing you this one because I want you to get a little closer to the scalp and have a little coarse texture to the scalp. Smooth it out. Come out. You don't have to pull the brains out of a client. Just be gentle and rip it and twist it. See that texture? Getting where we want to go. So it should take me about, I don't know, total about 30 to 45 minutes just to do this section of the hair. So that's creating texture. I'm not going to worry about there. We're going to show you how to attach. And if you do have, like, you miss some spots to make it coarse, you can go in and kind of do a hand back comb, grab, and just hold lightly at this tip and just push down. Lightly and push down. And you create more texture. Palm roll. And you have texture. Again, half circle. Because on these pieces, you're not going to try to do straight parts. At least I wouldn't try. Because it's virtually impossible. Again, you can start with double strand. Double strand is 2 open pieces. Take them, go around and around, but then come out and just regular twist. Get to a far place, pull, to a place far away from the roots, pull, creating texture. Go to the back so you can see it better. Just lightly, not tight, just kind of go over it a little. You don't want to take the nap out, so you just pull it just to smooth it out just a little bit. It does take away some of the length, but that's okay. You might want to extend it if you have the right color. You can also always extend the hair with lock extensions to give it a little pop, color pop, length pop, style pop. So we're starting to get out a little far. Little far. When you run out of hair that you can't twist anymore, you're just going to simply take the hair, hold it lightly at the end, a little tighter, light at the end, tighter until you get work all the hair in. You created a knot. You might have to do that a couple more times. Light at the end, pull tight, and scrunch it. So you're creating lots. So the rip and twist technique is really similar to what they call back combing, where they would take the hair, take the comb, comb back, and repeat until the hair is mushed into a nappy-like texture. So it's really like a back comb. It's to make the styles kind of stand up and, more like for elegant styles. So this is a back comb. This is similar to rip and twist. You can use this technique, but it's always exciting to try something new. That's a back combing technique. That was pretty quick. But the rip and twist technique looked like it creates more texture. Back, push back till you get all the little ones out, then twist. So all the hair has been separated out. All the hair has been ripped and twisted. I use the rip and twist method for the entire frontal piece. I did an example of a braid. It's not going to be as textured though, but you can braid the hair. All the hair is already separated. So the next step that I'm going to take is I'm going to take hair that's been colored, dyed this hair to match the client's hair. Again, this is a custom piece. I'm going to take a little bit of the coarse hair a little bit at a time, and use the technique to wrap it around. Lightly wrap it around the hair. Process for the rip and twist on a half frontal piece. Took about 2 hours total. So I'm going to take the coarse hair or nappy hair or textured hair. I'm going to wrap it around the hair that's been ripped and twisted. I'm going to also use the crochet needle to kind of finish up and tighten up the work. Again, taking small segments of hair that rest there. Just wrapping the hair around. And the reason why you wanted to rip and twist it is to get the hair textured, to have a little more coarse hair so that the hair can have something to adhere to. You don't want to wrap it too tight. You don't want to have a whole lot of hair on there. When I'm finished with this hair, I'm going to spray it with some water to make it adhere tighter. And it's going to be perfect. But it's all a process. Once you get used to it, it's perfect. Again, I'm twisting the hair around. All the hairs at the end will be eliminated. All the hair that's straight. That's just a sample. And this is the difference. Latch hook, little hair through the middle, pull through, and just start creating a lock. Not too tight. The hair doesn't have to be tight to adhere. In the end, we're going to spray water and smooth it out. Little palm roll. And we're going to discard the ends. I'll show you how to discard the see-through peekaboo ends later. Another little hair. Latch hook. Feed it through. Bottom of the lock. And just start twisting. Now this hair here is going to be a little straight at the roots, but we're using dark hair. It's going to be straight, and it's also going to be like a strawberry blonde. But we're going to color this hair when we complete the process. We'll color it again. This hair is colorable. It's from Deoxy Dreadlockology off of Amazon. Yeah, a little hair. Sometimes I use like a light braid technique, just once around like I'm braiding to secure it in. And I start the process of fanning. I fan the hair out, not clumped, but fan to twist it. Again, in this particular color, I'm not worried about any hair coming through because we're going to bleach this hair and color it like a ash blonde. See a little hair sticking out there? All this hair is going to be colored to a little lighter than the roots. Again, latch hook from where I started before. Latch hook where I started. Pull through. Doesn't have to be perfect. You can always straighten it out. When I start straightening out the hair, palm rolling, and I'll use my technique with the gloves to smooth out the lots. The job is to get it on the head smooth as possible, and you have your locks. Again, not too tight. You don't want the hair sliding. If you do it too tight, when you palm roll the hair with the gloves, it'll slide up and down. We don't want it sliding. We don't want it sliding off of the support hair from the mannequin. Now these locks get thinner. Again, if you need to add a little more hair, you just take a little more hair where the thin spot is and just lightly wrap it around. This hair will be smoothed out again by me using the palm roll method with the moisture at the end, and the gloves will be able to smooth the hair out and make it look totally uniform. So I wouldn't worry about the clumps. This is just part of the process. At the end as well, we're going to take the crochet hooks and we're going to pull it through, smooth it out. Let's do another one up front. Again, all of these locks in the end will be bleached and recolored to match the client's hair. Piece of the hair. Latch hook. Start twisting. Of course, you don't want it too tight. You want to fan it out so it can stretch over a lot of the area to cover. Use my other hand as a finger as a guide. Let's continue on. Open the hair up. Not too tight. Now this is a mannequin. Sometimes you want to put the latch hook in, and it's the client. So you want to make sure you don't latch hook and just let the hook hang on the client's face. Make sure you want to be professional and safe. You don't want anything to hurt or offend the client. Just keep moving around. Again, you're going to get little bubbles sometime. Not worry about those. Get rid of those in the end. As long as they're not too bulky. Keep the hair smoothed out so when you come around, You can cover a lot of ground, lightweight, not heavy, not tight. The client's hair is really small, so I choose these locks. They're kind of medium, some small, some large. So you want to cover a lot of space. Yeah. This is going to probably take about 3 hours to complete the mannequin. This process, first process was about 3 hours. This process is going to be about 3 hours. But again, it's custom designing the client's locks so it matches his or her hair, and you can't purchase this on a mannequin, or you can't purchase this on a head of dreaded hair. All custom work. And you might not want to do this on most people, but some people need special care because they may be missing hair, they might be thinning, they might have alopecia areata or one of the alopecias. So you might, it'll make them feel real confident that you designed a piece especially for them. Lightweight, not too heavy. So again, all of these lumps will be cleaned out, smoothed out. Not sure if I can get any hair around there, but I'm going to try because it needs to be a little texture on the end to have the locket here. So I use sometimes a braiding technique. I'll take the lock and I'll begin like I'm starting a braid, and I'll just start braiding, which will give me the grip, and I'll go around it and work to the ends, or to the ends. Don't want to cooperate, that's fine. And actually on all heads, locks are not created equally. Some will be a little smaller, some will be a little bigger. That's the technique, and I will be back after I lock a little more. Okay, a little up close and personal. I'm going to do a sample. So some of the lock of the mannequin's hair came loose, and the roots are a little soft and straight. So I'm going to go through it with my comb and do a French lace and get the hair texture so that it'll hold the hair that I'm going to put up there, the kinky hair. It needs to hold it. So I'll push French lace. This is going to give the hair textured so they have a platform to hold on to. Okay. Gonna take my kinky hair, crochet hook, feed it through. Feed it through. Okay. You have two sides. You have a short and a long side. So you're going to always have a short and a long side. So the short side is you're going to take all the long side forward. Short side, you're going to feed the base. Get the base started. Do it a little tight and then loosen it up. And then you're going to get to the long side. You're going to hold and build out the lock with the long side. You're not going to worry about all the little divots and lumps and stuff like that, because you're going to get rid of those in your final finish, when you finish your locks. So you're going to go forward, and then you want to take a little back, and you're going to take it and do a little palm roll. So the hair is straight, but it's a little textured. Take my hook. Let me make this correct. So you don't want to put the hook in on the client because it's going to be a real person. So you're going to make sure you have all of your hair, your hook, and the lock in your hand. Go through that lock again. Sometimes a little challenging, but you go through the lock again and do not let the hook hang on the head by itself. You're going to take it through, pull it through. You're going to always have a long and short side. The short side is for feeding the base, and you can come some into the lock, and the long side is for completing the lock, making the lock extension. This is how you do a lock extension on hair, or on a braid, or over a braid. Palm roll, and keep working. I always say at some point you have to stop. So when I get to this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start braiding with the kinky hair and some with the mannequin's hair. But you don't worry about it being sloppy or messy, because what you're trying to do is create a base. You're just trying to create a base where the hair can stick. So I'll take my hair and I'll go back the opposite direction. Now on this particular project, I'm not really worried about any of the hair coming through. If you do a close-up, you're going to see color coming through, because we're going to bleach and color this hair to match the client's hair. Any other time, you want all the hair to match. Get to the end, grab another piece of hair, and just complete it. I'm going to show you several ways that you keep this hair, have an insurance policy to make sure the hair doesn't slip or slide. Okay. And when you finish, you can always just take this hair straight. Complete. Okay, let's do another. And to make sure the roots are nice and nappy or coarse. So you're gonna use your comb to do a French lace. Crochet hook, go in, feed, bring it through. Remember, you got a long and a short side. Long side for the lock, short side to plant the root and feed the base. So you want to make sure you fan your hair out so they can cover a lot of space. Don't want it too tight. You're not going to worry. I'm not going to worry about any blonde hair showing, because I'm going to bleach again and color this hair here. Don't worry about the lumps and bubbles. They will all be smoothed out. All of this, I always think about an illusion. All of this is an illusion. We all create illusions in our life. So this artificial hair is an illusion to get what you want, like eyelashes and weaves and hair pieces. Just creating illusions. Okay. So through. Pull it through. One short side, one long. Short side, feed the root. Don't worry about the lumps and bubbles. We're going to smooth those out. And then we're going to go softly around, covering space. Crochet hook through. Kind of tedious, but this is a custom piece, so you're trying to do everything you can, short and long, to make it look really, really nice. The base. Lock. Open it up, fan it out. The next thing, a little hack here that I do, when I get to hair that's straight, doesn't have a lot of texture, I generally do like a braid. Take my hair, put it into this figuration here, grab the hair, and I start braiding. Now on the braid, you don't really want it to be neat. You're trying to create texture. So I'll braid it out probably about an inch or so, and I'll take the hair, the kinky hair, and I'll twist it around to do it like a slight lock extension. Same on the other side, like a lock extension. Voila. Again, you're going to do the palm roll. Now because this hair is straight and it's not textured, a little extra insurance policy is to take your other tools, crochet tools, lock tools, come in, pull in and out. This is just to give it more texture, and it's going to give it security inside. You're not going to worry about the hair that's sticking out, because you're going to take that hair and do another palm roll. And another technique I'll show you before the video is complete on how to make sure the hair doesn't slip and slide. Again, take your scissors, still some of the hair, mannequin hair there, so my goal is to get the hair to be coarse, and before we complete, it will be coarse. We've just completed turning this lace front piece into locks, lace front to locks. Ladies and gentlemen, Shotzi, the master loctician, done it again. Our work is now complete. So I'm going to show you a few finishing touches and or hacks. First thing, the hair was this color, and our final color will be this color. So I put the dark hair on for contrast to show you, it looked better in film. And the final look is going to be either this look or a little lighter. So these are complete. So finishing up, I'm just going to take the hair and take off the ends. A lot of the straight ends are here. And then we're going to get this hair colored, and we're going to show you in video 2 what the color is going to look like. And in video 3, we're going to show you the installation on our model. Okay? So a few of the hacks I like to say about doing this type of hair, because the hair is so thin, not thin. Doing this type of hair, the hair is so slick. When you put the locks on, this hair will slide. And if you moved it, it will slide up and down because you started on straight hair. Even though you created a nap on the hair, it will be more apt to slide up and down. So what you want to do, you want to eliminate the chance of it sliding after I do this slight trim to get it to look all uniform. I'm going to show you. I'll take a crochet hook and I'll rip. I call the technique ripping. Unlike ripping and twisting, it's just ripping through the lock really quickly so that you can pull some of the straight hair into the hair that was produced, some of the locked hair. Okay, so let's start. I like to use either 2-prong or 3-prong. I usually use finger protectors, but just for the sake of time, I like to go inside each lock and rip it through in order to make sure that the hair will maintain a non-slip, non-slide, because the hair we started with is very straight. So I'm going to go through each lock and create more support so that the hair won't slide up and down the straight hair, because the lace front had straight hair. So if you don't, this hair will slide and slip. And we're going to color this hair, and we're going to make sure this hair stays. You can do real quick bursts. So you see the hair coming out there, or you can come in and take your time to make sure that the hair doesn't slip and slide off of the silky hair of the lace front. And of course, when the hair does this, you will palm roll. Okay, again, and then go through each lock with the crochet hook aimed up, go through, create more support so that the slick hair will not slide. The coarse hair won't slide on the slick hair. You're just creating more support for the lock. And I would go through each lock. This is video 1. Rip and twist and install. Video 2 is going to be the new color, or not the actual color itself, but after we color, you'll see the results. And segment 3 will be application on the model. You want to make sure that you create hair that doesn't slide and slip. You want to get it to be able to support this hair over time. Just creating more illusions. And then after you come through all of the hair with the crochet hook tool, you're gonna take it and you're gonna palm roll it. Now you could just choose the color that you like. We did this color for contrast so you can see it better. Then we're going to color it back to a blonde color. For our final look. And I thank you for watching. Hey, have a good day. Our completed look. If you have any questions about videos that you might want to see pertaining to locks, please write us. Let us know.